In this video, we're going to talk about Xbox CEO Phil Spencer's comments about the Xbox Series consoles and the PS5 being sold out through the holidays. We'll also talk about a recent sale of PS5s towards the end. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel where we give you the secrets to get the console that you want. Xbox head Phil Spencer sat down with Kotaku, and a lot of his comments got a lot of play, especially about the possible exclusivity of Xbox first-party games. But if you're trying to buy a console, you're probably not trying to decide whether you should get the Xbox or PS5. Instead, you're just trying to get the console that you want, and you're having a lot of trouble with that. And for the first time, Xbox has talked about their supply, and they're indicating that they don't feel like they have enough supply from manufacturing to meet holiday demand, and they also don't believe that Sony does either. And because of this shortage, it's going to be whoever can manufacture the most will gain the most market share. I get a lot of comments from folks that haven't tried to get a PS5 or Xbox Series X yet, that they believe that they're going to be able to walk into the stores and pick up a box. And the people that have actually tried to buy these things online or in person have a very different experience and know just how impossible that wish is going to be if you plan to buy in 2020. So let's look at the exact quote from Phil Spencer to Kotaku. So Phil Spencer told Kotaku here, "I think we'll sell every unit of both of them that we can deliver," he said, referring to the first holiday season. Microsoft isn't releasing estimates of how many units they'll ship of either device this year, but he expects them to go fast. "I think demand is just going to outstrip supply of pre-orders. For us and PlayStation, I think that the manufacturing supply chain is going to dictate share more than anything else." So he thinks that it's all about manufacturing. Demand is outstripping supply. Every unit is going to be sold out through the holidays, right? He also had some interesting statements in this Kotaku article. He said that he thought that the S is not doing great right now, but that's because of the people that are pre-ordering. He thinks the S is going to sell more in kind of later in the generation, not right at launch. And he also sees it as a competitor to the Nintendo Switch with a similar price tag. So this is the article by Kotaku is Xbox boss Phil Spencer on Series X launch, Halo Infinite, and Bethesda by Stephen Totillo. So this is a tweet from IGN, and it's based on this Kotaku article. And this is what's gotten the most attention from this Kotaku article, not Phil Spencer's statements about the supply. But I think the supply is more relevant to most people. I mean, obviously, if you think there's going to be more exclusives, then you're going to be more likely to buy the Xbox Series X and S as opposed to the PlayStation 5. But I think most people right now have decided what they want. It's just more a function of can they get it before the end of the year. And so this is the quote that has been really circulating. When I think about where people are going to be playing and the number of devices that we had, and we have xCloud and PC and Game Pass in our console base, I don't have to go ship and then they put in Bethesda games on another platform, any other platform other than the platform that we support, in order to kind of make the deal work for us, right? And I think this is kind of consistent with a lot of other statements we've had of that, Xbox considers their market share, the PC market share, plus the Xbox market share, and then also the Game Pass market share, right? Instead of thinking of the console market in isolation, they think of the console market, how big is the PC market, how big is their streaming game service market. All right, today there were some PS5 sales in Canada at the Real Canadian Superstore, and let's see if we can show you that. Oh, also PS5 is going to be sold in India now. They've got a price. I've been told it's a much higher price than the US price, but there's also a lot of taxes in India to take care of. So the Real Canadian Superstore, which is only open to Canadians, it seems like they had an issue. They had some sort of waiting room which could be bypassed, but some people got it in the waiting room, and some people were stuck in the waiting room and never got it. And then some people bypassed their waiting room and picked up some PS5s. But this was only open to Canada. It was not open to the US. And that's why I didn't make a video about it, because such a small percentage of the viewers are from Canada.